welcome. This is a great day. This is a fabulous moment in completion of a big project, probably one of the large ones that we've done. That's 2,000 square feet of an apartment combination on the Upper West Side. We started with really trying to find the best way to bring the old world into the new. And this marble foyer with Carrera in the gray and the white, I think, brings a throwback in time, which is much more sophisticated than the black and white old world diagonal checkerboard tiles. We have 2 breaker panels from the original apartment, so we did not have to upgrade. One is here that really probably services most of the kitchen and the rest of the house, and the other one is back in our utility room. So to start, what we're going to do is divide this into 2. Part 1 today is going to be the living space, which is this grand, huge living dining room that we're going to walk into. And part 2 is going to be the I guess I'll call it this living suite, the bedroom suite, which is all of the 3 bathrooms that are down the hall for bedroom 1, her son's room, and then their master bedroom and suite, and the bathrooms for each, and the utility room, and the smart home, and laundry, and all that. But let's start with the fun stuff first. So we have an incredible apartment on, I think, a lovely corner of Central Park West. And what we decided to do, and the client's very specific about, and lovely selections of lighter colors and softness, and yet a contemporary and modern way on in the foyer. We have beautiful lights that are going to accommodate a console and a grand old mirror that'll sit there. But we wanted this to be the nexus of the home, and it's very open. We had an enormous amount of structural issues to deal with in terms of how to figure out what to do with fixing a fireplace and moving wet over dry for a big kitchen and everything you can imagine. But we started here, and this became really the crossroads of the home. We're going to step in and see this great space in the living room. It's over probably close to 30 feet. Took the original light and had it plated, which I think is a great throwback and conversation piece. Dropped the ceiling. This really looked like a crumbling estate, and I think as we cut through some of the photographs of what this looked like, it was really words can't describe how awful it was, and it was original. But what we wanted to do was really upgrade this into a contemporary, great living space. So my classic approach to covering wall to wall with more storage, and changed all the radiators, got rid of the asbestos and whole new steam piping, changed the windows. We had technical issues with this building because Landmark, I don't know what's going on with Landmark and why, but we had to call this a window repair, so that is what it is. Great, beautiful palladium blinds. These are the state-of-the-art latest blinds that really operate from the Lutron smart home system. We have the double keypads coming tomorrow, but the white glass, which we'll pick up in other rooms, I think is a wonderful upgrade for what happens with our contemporary smart home. The fireplace had to be completely rebuilt. We actually created a new fireplace box. There's a new lentil in here, and also the damper, and 13 floors of stainless steel flues that had to be pushed down and sealed, ground out. It was quite an extensive project for that, which we were able to do before we really started construction because we were waiting for so long for permits. It was crazy. A great built-in that just accommodates storage. All of these are wired. The television here is 55 inches. It's wired back to the utility room where our smart home, as well as the other side of the electrical panels, are. But we've upgraded the Wi-Fi. There's a Wi-Fi network in here, so there's much greater capacity for that downloading what they need in this home. And also, I think, a smart change to just have the built-in focus on the furniture here and not be a whole wall of built-ins. I think the sconces, double sconces, balance the north view. We accommodated the corner for electric, so that when they put in a large carpet here, they'll be able to put a side table at the end, and we'll cut in pictures of that so that you don't see the wires hanging out all over the place. So that's something they did in the old days, but also new. So let's go take a look at the kitchen. This is really quite a grand kitchen, and this is a big one in terms of how big it is. It's close to 55 inches or 5 feet. We have the paneled refrigerator. They went with Thermador. I'm not a huge fan. We've had trouble with this line. Don't know why. They discontinued the hood, and we had a lot of swapping out to do, but it's still gorgeous. We have our sufficient for them wine cooler, which is lovely. We integrated some of the under cabinet storage for glasses and glassware. I love the glass backsplash. Sal stone countertop and porcelain floors has a really soft zen quality with the detail in the cabinetry that still integrates some of the pattern you're going to see in the casings and moldings that I have throughout the home. It's really a deco inspired style, but one of the great things that happens in here is the idea that we would have a seated area in the kitchen with storage underneath and create a family room that could also serve as it's a fourth bedroom actually, fourth bedroom. But that's the 65-inch TV that could be angled so that as we sit as a family in the other room, the client has a 15-inch, more than adequate place to sit. It's almost like having a table in your kitchen that bridges the two rooms, which I think is spectacular. What we also wanted to do is build in more storage with peg drawers for the tableware and our utensil holders. We have a couple more coming in near the dishwasher. We love adding, in this case, an appliance garage so that we can hide the things that we don't want to see. Blind corner cabinetry always helps underneath, so we don't lose that corner. These are all beautiful hardwood custom cabinets that I design and create with some of my favorite, longest relationship with a fabricator who's amazing. Here we have the Thermador induction cooktop, which is lovely actually, and the electric oven. Incorporated slide storage where we could. A great pantry, which is nice to hide, more things. Ventilation was really tremendously difficult. We have to have new fire dampers, furred out walls here for putting in electric and soundproofing in the other rooms. Anywhere where I have walls contiguous, we have soundproofing so that we don't hear other things. Most of the home is controlled now by the app, the Lutron app, but individually you'll be able to control each room, whether it's the recessed lights, the under cabinet lights. These, I'll call them my bridge lights over the countertop area, are on a separate switch in the kitchen so they can control that. We had to do flood stop, which we tend to do when we need to turn water off. There's little sensors that are underneath the dishwasher, and they're also underneath the refrigerator with a stainless strip pan, so that if anything happens, it automatically shuts off the water, which I think is really kind of necessary in New York apartments today. It saves the owner from liability, which is important. Double garbage rollout, which is great, even though we have, the easy access to disposal of that on the floor. It's just nice to have. So, along with this living dining room kitchens, we have the great family room for entertaining, so come on in. I think we try to incorporate, again, all of our doors and door hardware are consistent throughout. We have a nice storage facility there, a lot of space here, so it can be more, I'm sure there'll be more built-ins coming in around these radiators and these windows for storage. But this room is a great room because you can hang out. We've got a Sonos system incorporated, the 65-inch TV, and a great luxurious Prewar bath that I think accommodates both the family and a guest, whoever would come into town. So we did a big box console and marble. That was probably the most difficult of everything to install because they just never get it right and don't give us enough information. All of our Roburn cabinets have electric in most of them. We used a classic ceramic design for the Prewar that incorporates Just a little bit of detail here so that we see some of the pre-war style come in. I love having a window in the bath. That just makes all the difference in the world. And we have a great shower in here. This one is a 36, more than 36 by 40. And it's just, it's understated and simple and elegant in its way, because it's really an update for what is, I think, a contemporary pre-war bath. But let's go in now and see the other side of the home, which is what I'll call the bedroom suites.